Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to CryptoSpace. In today's video, we are going to cover ICP, its recent price action, a couple of interesting news and tweets for ICP, as well as a couple of interesting altcoin charts. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick note that this video isn't a financial advice. And now let's have a look at ICP itself. As we can see over here on CoinGecko, ICP is currently trading at $13.02 and is currently experiencing a little leg down of 1.7%. And I know obviously it's not great, but it's definitely not bad at all. If we are going to look at market cap is currently sitting at 6.1 billion USD, and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 190.7 million USD. So as we can see over here, that's something for people that are saying that ICP is a scam. As we can see over here, ICP is active in 30 countries and it's currently holding 32 university collaborations all over the world, and it's sitting at 15 conference appearances. So I don't think that this is something that is a scam. And again, also I would like to point out the fact that ICP was also manipulated by FTX. FTX was involved into ICP, and it did to ICP pretty much what it did to Solana. So now let's have a look at this photo over here. As we can see over here, there is another photo from a meetup slash collaboration called a blockchain on campus, and that happened in Indonesia. And as I was saying before, that is something good to see about the project that we have invested in. But right, let's move to the next one. As we can see over here, another meetup that I do believe happened in America, and again, that is something good to see because we see that presence of ICP in a crypto world. And that is ETH Denver meetup, and as we can see over here, of course, ICP is present over here. So again, that's very good to see. And now if we are going to look from standpoint of DeFi on ICP, the total value locked is currently sitting at 11.4 million USD, and I do know that this is not a lot, but again, this is only DeFi, all right? Because if we are going to look at standpoint of ICP being staked on the network, that's sitting at 47.9%, and we see that increase of 0.2% ever since I updated you on the ICP last time. All right then, and let's have a look finally at the chart itself. So as we can see over here on the daily, ICP is perfectly respecting these Fibonacci zones. As we can see on the 28th of February, ICP reached 0.382 Fibonacci zone, and then we had a push up, and now ICP is hovering around that zone of 0.236 Fibonacci zone, and I do believe that ICP is still going to reach, well, first of all, it has to smash this major resistance over here and all-time highs, well, previous all-time highs, local all-time highs for ICP at this resistance level of $14. And if we are going to look from the perspective of RSI, as we can see over here, we are sitting at 52. So not much of money has flown into ICP in the recent, let's say, 2-3 weeks. But if I'm going to allow myself to measure it that way, we do have a long way to go if we would be reaching the point of overbought area on ICP, and the previous one was 90, right? So we got 60% to go. And again, if I'm going to draw 60% from where we are at now, that will be roughly coinciding with that level of resistance over here of $23. And I do know that this is a little bit painful, right? Because other cryptos are pumping versus ICP, which is pretty much boring now. However, good times I do believe are going to come, because if we are going to look at this development growth over here, that's exponential. However, that's obviously not over one night success for ICP. And if we are going to look from the standpoint of how much of gains ICP already printed, as we can see over here in October, ICP printed 24%, November 15.8, December was very big for ICP, 192. And obviously I do understand that now people are thinking that ICP is going to print every single month like that, or even better, right? However, if we are going to look at February, that's 10%, obviously that's still gain, right? And March is, obviously we are on the 3rd of March, so as we can see over here, ICP is currently up 3% on month of March, but that obviously is being printed. And now I would like to show you something very interesting, right? So there is number of addresses with balance over 10k ICP. So as we can see over here, in the light of BTC and many other alts, ICP is going sideways, and because of that, the number of holders dropped, right? Which I believe these are short-term holders, right? And obviously it's not a significant drop because it dropped from 3,900 to, let's say, 300. It's only around 10, I would say, holders. However, if I'm going to look over here at balance over 100K, as we can see over here, that doesn't change at all. So first of all, these are our, well, potential whales, right? In a light of comparison towards 3,000 holders over 10K. But over here, nothing really changes. So what does it really tell me? These investors are much, let's say, smarter, our, well, let's say whales and long-term investors. And the question is, do they know something that we don't know? They are definitely patient. And now let's have a look at charts for alts, and of course ICP included itself into that. So as we can see over here, we are just starting our altcoin run, and the possible targets over here will be 3.3, perhaps even more trillion USD for ICP, sorry, for alts, and obviously a big portion is going to flow into ICP. All right, and if we are going to look from perspective of previous all-time highs, as we can see over here, we haven't broke above the resistance of all-time highs on altcoins, which is sitting at 1 trillion USD. So obviously we do have to give ourselves a little bit of time. And now if we are going to look from the perspective of parabola, as we can see over here, we are just entering that parabola right now, right? So other thing to note is that we are right before the halving, and it's definitely not in the question that we might also see a little bit of pullback right before the halving, because we've got a little bit over 1 month before halving, right? But the true bull cycle is going to start, and ICP is going to move. Not a financial advice, of course. And now if we are going to look from the standpoint of Wyckoff accumulation is in green zone over here. As we can see over here, we just broke above that, and we are basically entering that phase E. We are at the beginning of phase E of Wyckoff accumulation. So we have big targets over here for altcoins, and ICP is going to shine. And now if we are going to look from that perspective over here, as we can see over here, the green box is obviously our altcoins. And I do believe that this bull cycle is going to be legendary. Alright then, thank you very much for watching that quick ICP update. I hope that you have guys enjoyed it, and I wish you having a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Peace and love, crypto.